Are we live?
Are we live?
I think we're live. Hang on.
It's thinking.
It's thinking.
You're cutting me out. I know. How's that?
Yeah, it's good. Customize your dashboard. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, we are live.
We are live?
Are we live? Hi.
Hello, world. If you are watching this,
is anyone
we are live.
Here?
How do we know?
Hello, everyone. Let's see if anyone's
one person.
Here. Hello.
Welcome. Thank you, one person, for joining us so far.
Let us know if you're live. If you're here watching us, let us know.
If you can, send us something. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Hello.
From King's Head Theatre. Hello.
Hi, King's Head Theatre.
We're very excited to be here.
We're going to wait just a couple of minutes, just for the, just if you're clicking things and just checking
just like us getting your head around technology.
You might be in a post
yourself. Even though in the past 9 months, all we've dealt with, it was technology. That's one of the things. We're so excited to be here.
Christmas theme, not for make-believe. It's Christmas time.
We're very, very excited to be here today. Hello, Simon.
Hello, Simon.
Thanks to the wonderful King's Head Theatre that is like a family to us, really.
They are.
They are like a family to us for inviting us to take part in the beautiful Thursday KHTOnline series, talking about what happens in theatre world, whether it's a play or an opera or just a musical theatre, whatever it is. What's going on in this world that we call theatre? That hasn't really existed in the past 9 months. However, I think it's coming back up a little.
I'm seeing more hope. I'm seeing people talk about performances, look to locking in dates. There's a show that next year that we had to postpone. Actually, there are a few shows, and they're starting to talk about tour dates and things like that. So at the end of next year, it looks like it's filling up as well. So that's a good sign. That's what you want.
We're getting excited, I think. I think so. Let's see. Oh, we're so glad that you're here, Simon, as well. Thank you.
This is the first time I've witnessed this whole live
I've done
thing.
it before. You see, I've done it before.
Well, should we? I mean, it's
no. We'll give people another
I'm going to close the door in the background.
Oh, yeah, I think that would be much better. We also have someone that might come and say hello in a little bit, but we'll show you. How is everyone doing? What are you up to? Are you excited for Christmas? Come on, write to us. Come on.
Come on, there's 3 of you there now.
No. There's 2. Simon's the same.
I see. I see what's going on. I understand.
What's going on, people? Is everyone excited for Christmas?
Are they ready to distract themselves from the crazy news and are they ready to cook?
Big Christmas dinner for the family. Yeah.
Can we just quickly share what we're going to do, what we do in the morning, our tradition with the shopping?
Christmas.
Do a quick little intro.
Yeah,
it's a good Christmas intro. Every year, we might be accidentally plugging a particular supermarket chain. We go to a particular supermarket the day before, is it?
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
And a lot of turkeys have already been sold. And this particular institution like to put the turkeys on sale, and you can get a good bargain. You get a good bird, or I don't know, tofu bird if you're into that sort of thing. A lot of things are on discount, so don't feel that you have to do all your shopping too early. That's our advice.
Right, should we start then?
Okay, why don't you introduce yourself then?
Sure. Well, I'm Rouhani, and do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Robert Barbaro.
And don't think that we are breaking any rules because, as it happens, we are actually married.
Oh my God!
Shush. And so it's exciting that we're able to do this together. And as I said, we're not breaking any rules of tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because God knows how many tiers exist nowadays.
Oh, so many.
So we're so excited to be here talking to you about what life's been like in the past 9 months for us both as performers, well, primarily performers, and we do other things as well. But yeah, do you want to start? Actually, we the way we know King's Head, I just got to tell everyone.
Sure.
So I've been working with the King's Head Theatre since 2016 on many productions.
What was your first one with them?
La Bohème. And we basically, I've done a lot of lab OMs for King's Head. It's a wonderful organization, and we just finished, well, not just, actually 9 months ago, we finished doing a run of Puccini's double bill, Tosca and lab OM at the Trafalgar
first time
Studios.
that double bill's ever been
Double
done.
bill, yeah, at the Trafalgar Studios as part of the Opera Undone production under the King's Head Theatre. And, we were very lucky that we were able to do that run just before lockdown came in. So, and how long have you known
So
King's Head?
2019, I only moved to London in 2018, and we did a Bohème again, and it was the conceptual part of the Bohème that ended up on the West End, which we reworked, and yeah, so that began. We worked with the director Adam Spreadbury-Marr. We had, my music director has been David Eaton for the projects that I've done
the
with them.
wonderful David Eaton. Shout out to you, David, if you're
Shout
there.
out! Shout out to Adam too. Yes.
We miss you. So then after West End, literally the following day after West End, we were both supposed to get on a plane and go to Russia for another two shows for me and another show.
Well, a couple of shows for me, and
And towards the end of the show at the West End, the whole Corona thing was going a bit crazy.
It was happening. I will tell you, there was one event where someone coughed in the audience and another audience member said, "How dare you?" And that began the seriousness of how Corona was affecting everyone. And here we are this many months later. I mean, people were saying at the time, I'll see you next year with the shows, thinking, is that really true? And it's proven to be the case. And basically, like so many others, millions around the world.
We didn't get to go, though, which is good.
We didn't go to Russia. Had I gone to Russia, just quickly I'll share this, I would have been stuck between the German and Polish border, doing a concert in Kaliningrad, trying to get home. I may have been stuck, although I have an Italian passport. It could have been a very weird situation for me. And so I'm kind of glad that we stayed home in London, even though it's been a tough time. I think it's been tougher in a lot of other places too. So
then then obviously we all went to lockdown, and both Robert and I had many performances lined up for us, but unfortunately everything got cancelled straight away. And it was supposed to come back in November, and again it got cancelled. And we've had all our work completely taken from us. However, we didn't lose hope. I've been teaching singing and piano for the past 11 years, so I was extremely lucky to be able to now take it online and keep all my students. I'm still teaching online, and it's been wonderful. It's been very challenging because you now have to create a whole new way of teaching piano in particular, and singing, and the delay and everything. But we've made it work, and we all have come to an agreement that this is the new norm that we need to adapt to until we're 100% sure that we can see each other face to face and sing into each other's faces. So I've been very lucky in that sense. But how about you?
What have I been up to? Okay, well, we had this shock of what am I going to do? And I had to think about getting into the workforce. How can we use the skills we've got and our education and everything to go into another field and get by with everything, with a career? So I had the idea of doing a podcast where I would interview and ask people how they've managed to make shifts in their career and successfully do so. And the podcast is called 9 Year Gap, on all your apps that you listen to. We're available on all of them. And essentially, I interview people from around the world, and it's been fun. I mean, we've finished what I call a season 1 now. We did 14 episodes, and we had 12 guests from all sorts of industries. And it's been a chance to get into into broadcasting and media. The other thing, I thought I'd try using my voice in another way by doing guest presenting on radio for Edge Radio Scotland. Shout out to the team there. You can find them online. I step in for people that can't do their show at the time, and I also read the news and weather Monday to Friday. So there you go. There's no interpretation with news and weather. It's not like opera, but it's another way to use the voice, and that's been really fun.
Yeah, what both of us are extremely passionate about opera, about performing in particular. I mean, it's been something that I, in particular, have been lacking for the past 9 months. I'm really itching to go on stage. It's I do feel like there's a part of me that's not alive, and it's really just begging to go back on. But we've managed to, obviously we need to adapt as human beings. We've had to adapt to the new situation, and yes, it's been challenging and it's been hard for both of us. But together we've managed to, we haven't given up singing at all. We sing together pretty much every day, whether it is whilst we are washing the dishes, or
or singing through arguments. That's
through singing through arguments, or when I just finish teaching and Robert comes up and we just sit at the piano and we pick a book and we just sing music, and it doesn't have to just be opera, whatever. We sing some jazz, we sing some musical theatre, we sing some pop, but we've tried to like keep that spirit up, that we're not giving up what we love and what we have in us as a part of us, as a part of our souls. We haven't given up, and we've done some online concerts.
Yeah, we did. I mean, shout out to Noah's Ark Hospice.
Yes.
Have I got that right?
Absolutely, Noah's Ark Hospice, Children's Hospice. It's a wonderful charity for children with disabilities and rare diseases, and in North London.
Yeah, I just want to say that event brought together people from musical theatre world, from media, production, assistant directors, sound engineers, photographers, pianist, Maestro Kelvin Lim, he played for us, shout out. And it was an amazing thing to see volunteers come together in different mediums and use expensive equipment and do something for the greater good. It was a special day because we had people in the studio, the performers. We had a socially distanced, set up, and they managed to raise some good money as well.
Exactly, so it was I think it was the very first time that we were going on stage, if you call it that, and we had just come out of lockdown, and it was for such a good cause that we forgot that Corona existed, even though we were all wearing masks whilst we were rehearsing, but we were not performing together. So only Robert and I were performing together, and even though not many people knew that we were actually married. So afterwards they were like, "Oh my God, how did you perform together? Are you not scared of Corona?" And we were like, "It's okay, we're actually married, it's fine." And they were like, "Oh my God, that's great, you're in a bubble." But other than that, I mean, we've done a few online productions. Shout out to Melbourne Trust. You did a
Melbourne Trust in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah,
and they've been promoting a lot of people to do shows, to do performances of art song or arias, and just to keep the machine going. Even National Opera Studio, where I attended in 2019, they are doing a lot of presentations online. I think it's really important that people are constantly performing, because otherwise you get rigid and you kind of you lose momentum. But I just want to add that in my case, because we're talking about our experience, having this 9-month break, initially, I have to admit, from singing itself, I needed a bit of a breather, because it really shook my whole mindset about performing. And now, after having a bit of a break, it's reinvigorated my love for singing and music, and understanding why I did it in the first place.
Yeah.
Whether it becomes your job, it doesn't really matter, because as Hani said earlier, it's part of who you are. And I think that if anything comes out of 2020, people can realise what performance is to them on their terms. It's a very strange time in history that we've been given. It's very difficult, but I think in 10 years' time, we're going to go, 2020 was one of those years where...
It taught us a lot.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah, and a lot of things that we didn't know we had it in us. We learned how to cope with difficulties and how to adapt to different bizarre situations. But yeah, I mean, having 9 Year Gap has been really fun. Not that I do anything about it, except that
Oh,
I
you
say hello.
introduced.
No, yeah, I introduced the program.
Good, go do it.
No, I'm not doing
Okay,
it.
fine.
You can listen to it online. But yeah, and then except for teaching, what else I've been doing is that 8 years ago I established a company called Miele Canto, which rough translation is honey song, honey singing, whatever, however you want to look at it in Italian. And the main purpose of the company was to be a teaching agency for children, adults. Doesn't matter. And it's been working for the past 8 years as a teaching agency, but there was always a part of me that wanted to take it a further step to a production company. And once Corona happened, and I think 6 months passed, and I thought, I'm really lacking this. I'm itching to do something. And so we've decided, we did decide to expand the company, and we actually did it. And we've had so far 2 concerts that we've managed to do online.
We had a Schubert, Franz Schubert
so
concert.
What we do Robert's our head of performance and producer, and what we've done is that and it's not to do with just opera, it's to basically showcase every medium of, every aspect of music, art, and musicians, artists, even ballerinas. It's anything to do with the performing arts industry. And what we've done is that every month we take one particular composer, and then we perform works of that composer, whether it is on singing, piano, quartets. And we've been able to do 2 concerts. We had Schubert concert in September, then we had Mozart in October, and then we went into lockdown again. So we're hoping that we'll be able to continue bringing this new way of looking at a particular composer and educating everyone and ourselves as well on one particular composer and his or her works.
And we're lucky that we have Hani and her brother Nason Rouhani. They curate the shows. They choose the music, and to get a program that not only gives people a sense of the composer or whoever we're featuring, but also can teach them something new, introduce them to something that's a little bit different as well.
Yeah, Simon, I thank you so much for all the wonderful things that you're writing.
He's written a question there.
Yes, we will get back to you, if you don't mind, in a little bit. I will definitely get back to you. Thank you. We won't forget. But yeah, so it's been also very interesting to look at what we do, our profession, from a different way. Not just as a performer, but as someone who actually, produces and puts the show up. And it's been stressful, hasn't it? I mean, I remember when we did the Mozart concert, because we were actually in a hall, live streaming.
We went to the National Opera Studio.
National Opera Studio. Hello, guys.
Shout out.
And all sorts of things went wrong. The live button couldn't work, and Robert forgot to.
I may have forgotten to press it for a minute.
Robert forgot to press it.
It's about learning about all these skills.
Yeah.
Like doing the podcast is about, I've learned about sound editing and all these, but doing video programs and using, I forgot what it's, OBS, I think is the program, to get live streaming up. This year has been like every week. I said to Honey, what software am I learning this week?
Yeah.
It's a good process, particularly learning microphones. I'll just share that as a singer, as a musician. A lot of musicians know about music production and sound engineering, but many don't. Many don't. And I think that it's really important to actually understand how microphones work. Online is something that, whether you like it or not, is going to increase. And I think that we're going to post things online. It's really good to know about simple things like getting your volumes right on your microphone and learning a little bit about little bit about EQing and stuff. So I think it's really useful.
It is very useful, and we've learned so much from it. And it's actually, I feel like we've, apart from our passion for performing and our passion for productions, we've actually we have now realized that we have another passion, and that is to actually create shows, create concerts, and bring people together. And we'd love to be able to continue doing that. And it's not just the production company. We have we have workshops for children every half term, and we're hoping that, fingers crossed, Corona will be over. We'll be able to have some camps, music camps for children, and in the summer as well. So it's something that we're learning. It's interesting that out of a terrible situation, there came a silver lining, which I think is always the case. And we both discovered two new passions that we obviously existed in us that we didn't explore before because we were both so busy with other work that we had. And because of that, I think very grateful, extremely grateful. However, I'm just going to do a tiny little promotion.
Oh.
So Robert and I were so excited to go back on stage, thanks to, again, the wonderful King's Head Theatre. That on Monday we were supposed to go on stage and perform in the West End, return to the West End and perform as part of the West End Winter Wonderland, Opera Undone's West End Winter Wonderland. And we were going to be performing in front of audience. I mean, can you believe it? It was just
real audience, real people.
The real people in the beautiful Welsh Chapel in Shaftesbury Avenue in the West End. And unfortunately, 2 days ago, as the news of the Tier 3 came in, our concert was cancelled. However, don't spare.
Tell us why.
Because we are going to still do the concert. This time it will be live, and it will be live streamed. I don't know exactly on which platform at the moment, but you will be able to watch it from wherever you are.
So follow the space at King's Head Theatre.
Just make sure you go to the King's Head Theatre pages, or perhaps if you're a part of the newsletter at King's Head Theatre, then you'll probably receive an email with a link. And it would be wonderful because we're doing.
Who are we joined by?
We're doing a big gala. It's an opera gala, and we might have some Christmas specials for you as well. By our wonderful friends Hugo Herman, baritone, who was our Scarpia when we did Tosca in the West End.
And he was also Marcus.
He was Marcus, absolutely.
Marcello for those purists out there.
And the wonderful and beautiful Gillian Gallant, who'll be doing our wonderful piano.
She'll be our music director and pianist for the day.
So we are very excited that we still get to do it, and we'll be able to bring the concert to you. As you know, at the end of the year, goodbye Corona shebang opera, we hope. So just look out for that. Don't forget to look out for King's Head Theatre's Instagram page and Facebook page to see when the link goes up. I think that it will go up in the next couple of days. But other than that, we are so grateful that we could be here today and talk about some of our things that we've been doing, really. Nothing particular, but the things that as two performers, what happened when Corona happened. So join us, maybe go on Instagram or Facebook for 9 Year Gap, and for Miele Canto, you will see a picture of a honey pot with music coming out of it. Maybe join us for other productions that we do, and definitely join us next week for the King's Head Theatre with Winter Wonderland concert. So I think we are now ready to take some questions.
I thought we'd just start.
We have some questions.
Why don't we answer that? I'm
going to answer Simon. Simon, you're so wonderful writing all of these questions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start from the bottom. What kind of Schubert lieder did we explore?
I'm trying to pull up the.
We sang. So it was just Robert and I singing, and my brother was at the piano. I sang one of the Mignon songs and the Gretchen am Spinnrad. And
von Schwanengesang, I sang Sternchen, and also I did.
Yeah,
Wanderers Nachtlied.
that's the one.
Beautiful, beautiful piece. Magical piece. And also, what did your brother play?
Yes, and then we also played Andy Musik. We turned it into a
And the
little
music,
duet.
a mini duet.
And what else did we sing?
Well, there was a piano sonata, wasn't there, or part of one?
No, we didn't do that. But
Okay.
then for the Mozart concert, we were joined by some wonderful musicians. Philippa Mo, amazing violinist, and Kelvin Lim, as we said, our beautiful musical director. Kelvin Lim and one of my lovely friends, Kirsty McLean, and we sang Solaria from Marriage of Figaro. We also sang, we had Laudamus Te from the C minor Mass. We had a violin sonata, and my brother Nesan Rouhani, he played another piano sonata,
number 10 in C
major. On the piano, and so it was a very lovely event that we managed to showcase a little bit of Mozart and a little bit of Schubert within an hour, all online. And what we have done is we give a little bit of background on every single piece of how was this written and why was this written and what's the importance of this piece. And
it's just part of the Imiele Canto. It's not just about performance, it's also about education. So if they can be married together with each project, then that's a bonus.
Yeah. Simon, I hope that was satisfactory.
I like also, that question about the
do you have any out-of-the-way repertoire you love to champion? What do you mean by out-of-the-way?
I don't know. Anything by David Bowie is good with me.
You mean like not opera? Can I give you an opera one, if you don't mind? Yeah, so I've been working on the role of Violetta, and I would love to go on stage and perform Violetta for a house. And together,
that
really.
would be great.
That's one of the things that we'd love to do.
Opera role for me as a tenor is always going to be I Puritani from the opera perspective. But you know what? We're always interested in new works if people can.
Yes, I mean, yes, absolutely. I published a volume of someone's poetry. Oh wow, that's amazing!
Oh, that's
incredible.
That's
that's wonderful. Well, I haven't actually said anything yet to the public, but I could maybe give a little bit of a secret. So in January, my father is a composer. He's a Persian, British Iranian composer, and in January he's got a special birthday coming up, and so I'm dedicating the whole month of January to his works. So there'll be hopefully some Persian poetry being sung, some of his works, some of the piano sonatas that he's written.
You can find some of his things on Spotify.
Absolutely.
Mehran Rouhani.
Mehran Rouhani. It's I will write it here for you. And so I would love to new works. I have done a lot of new works that have been composed. And this is Tula. This is our little Cocker Spaniel. She's being very lovely right now. So we love singing new works, and obviously working with a composer is always really interesting because you get to actually give an input of on how you feel, how comfortable things are for you, and how you'd like a particular word, how you would like vowel sounds and consonants and all of that particularly for your voice. No, just opera Donizetti and Verdi. So for instance, lesser known works.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, we've done. I did a.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. But I did a few years ago. Oh my God, I'm so aware of time. See, I love talking. A few years ago, 3 years ago, I did a wonderful work by a lovely composer called Tony Castelli or Tony Castell, and it was just wonderful. It was a new work, bit of rock, bit of opera, bit of classical singing. So yeah, Simon, you've been an absolute bliss. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. I think we've talked enough. I think you're bored of us now.
Well, you can hear me talk more on my podcast. Sorry, I
Absolutely.
did another shameless promotion there.
Anyhow, thank you again for joining us, everyone. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Be safe.
And yes, and we wish you all the best for first of all, a healthy 2021 and one with full of success and happy memories. And please join. Don't forget that every Thursday there will be another KHTOnline show not show, what do you call this?
I don't sure what
Chat
we call this.
on
Let's
King's Head
chat.
Theatre, and so please make sure that you join. There's going to be lovely people online every week talking about their industry and what they do. So have a great Christmas. Don't forget to enjoy yourself. Be happy, but be vigilant and be safe. Lots of love from us.
Lots of love, everyone.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Hi, Helen. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Lovely. Oh, thank you, guys. Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Helen. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.